You're watching Tackle Talk Live, now into our 6th season as your #1 resource for bass tournament information, with a primary focus on both Toledo Bend and Sam Rayburn. Your hosts, Iowa Pro Staffer Steve Graff and Territory Manager for Sportco Marketing, Kevin Jean. Two guys with years of successful tournament experience on all levels. Guys who understand the importance of good information. Anglers willing to share their knowledge to help you become a better angler. So pay close attention as these guys give you more insight on how, when, and where to catch winning stringers. Here are your hosts of Tackle Talk Live, Steve Graff and Kevin Jean.
Welcome to Tackle Talk Live. That's right. I'm Iowa Pro Staffer Steve Graff, along with Sportco Territory Manager, Sportco Marketing, Kevin Jean, down there in Lafayette, Louisiana. And Kevin, today we got a lot of ground to cover, but this coming weekend, things kind of settle down a little bit. Not much going on this coming weekend. There's a little bit, but not like it was last week or 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Or coming up for the month of May. It's going to be crazy in May.
Yeah, month of May, that first weekend of May is going to be crazy. It's up and down now, right now. I know Toledo Bend Bass Series is having their North Division this week. There's a couple other things going on. You got Sealy coming up next weekend on Sam Rayburn.
Yeah.
So you got a lot of things. Man, I'm hearing a lot of mixed reports. Talking about Sam Rayburn and the Big Bass Splash, I'm hearing a lot of mixed reports coming from over there. I mean, you look at this past weekend, I know they had a little over 100 boats. They had 7 bags over 20. They had a 30, which Cory Rambo, the winner of, is going to be our guest today.
Right.
They had a 29-pound bag, but really looking forward to diving into Sam Rayburn with Cory for those guys fishing the Big Bass Splash coming up. Because, like I said, I'm hearing a lot of mixed reports coming out of Sam Rayburn. It's really, really tough, but also hearing some guys catch some big sacks like Cory.
Yeah. And this weekend you got the ABA Solo 150. There hopefully be 40 to 50 guys in that. And and the one thing I'm noticing, whether it's Toledo Bend, Rayburn, pretty much in the area of lakes, if it's not forward facing sonar, man, those numbers are down. 20 pounds is back to, hey, I got a chance to win with 20 pounds. But the drop off, Kevin, after 20, 19, they dropping quick down to 14, 15 pounds. I mean, sometimes 14 pounds getting you a check right now. Right. So, and it's that, maybe it's just that time of your spawn, maybe wrapping up and we're going to talk about that. Matter of fact, we'll talk about it right now. Your opinion, or we obviously, I guess we're on the tail end of the spawn.
Yeah, I think so. I haven't had enough time actual on the water to see what's coming and going, Steve, but I think the big wave happened a couple weeks ago, the big push in the middle of the week. Matter of fact, what I'm hearing, the week of the Texas Team Trail on Toledo Bend, it happened that week. The big wave, it went down.
Yeah.
On majority parts of the lake. Now there's still a lot going on the very south end of the lake. I guarantee it.
Right.
But I feel like the big wave has already made its push. They're coming gone. So
yeah.
You're hitting that post spawn lull, Steve. We're going to have that every year. You're going to have that little bit of lull, and those scopers are not catching the size that they were catching. Those fish just hadn't got back out there to where they can scope for them.
Yeah. Right.
So, your weights are going to be a little bit down, but I look for there to be some very big fish caught in that Sealy event.
I did get wind that there is a shad spawn starting to take place on Toledo Bend and Sam Rayburn.
Oh, yes.
So that should kind of, and of course, shad spawn, a lot of times, as you well know, is like a roll of the dice. Sometimes they'll just eat whatever you're throwing. Other days, man, if you don't match it perfectly, they won't hit nothing you throw out there. But if you get on the right area, you can get some fish in the boat early with that shad spawn. Maybe first 30, 40 minutes. So
yeah, I mean, up to an hour. If you're there at daylight, you'll get an hour of it. But
yeah,
the thing I'm hearing is Toledo Bend is loaded with shad. There is shad everywhere. A shad spawn going on, but there's not bass everywhere. It's not down on all of it. So you got to make sure that you get on the right group that has some bass on it. And I know it's going down at Sam Rayburn as well. That's going to be a big key for guys like yourself this weekend fishing the ABA. I think it's you need to get healthy very quick, very early in the morning for sure.
Yes, that's exactly right. We're going to wrap up the Outdoor Outlaws event number 3. We'll wrap that up today on that was on Rayburn. We got Fishers of Men, East Texas on Toledo Bend, went out to the new Pendleton Park. And we got a special guest, as Kevin's already alluded to, Cory Rambo, who was a part of the winning team with Rusty Clark. They came in with over 30 pounds to win the Outlaw Outdoors event. And then also just to kind of hash what's happened here, Caden Muke and Kay Sutherland, they won the Fishers event on Toledo Bend. Kevin, I think they had just a little over 20 pounds, but again, no big sacks, like nothing over 20. Everything was just right at 20 pounds. So again, I don't know. I don't know what that means right now. Does that mean you need to go south, or do you go north to try to hit those post spawners? You know, what do you need to do there, I wonder?
Yeah, there's a lot going on at Toledo Bend right now. You know, like I said, the south end of the lake's still going to have some spawners you can go look at. There's going to be a majority of the lake's going to be post spawn, shad spawn going on. You kind of got to pick everybody wants to try to, take advantage of the shad spawn first thing in the morning, but then it's just depending on what part of the lake you're fishing and which ones you want to go after. But it's not easy right now, but there's still a lot of big ones being caught on Toledo Bend, that's for sure.
Yeah. And Kevin, this past weekend, a new place that the BASS boys, the big boys, have never been to, Pasquotank River, over there in North Carolina. Kyle Welcher. When I say dominated, Kevin, this may be even Davey Hyde. I watched a lot of the broadcast. He was just astounded. Never in his career did he see somebody go into the final day with a 35-pound lead. He really didn't even allow.
He didn't have to catch a fish. He did not have to catch.
He really did not need to even go fishing. And but Kyle Welcher, he absolutely dominated this event. And from what Davey said, the area he picked that picked them apart was right around the corner from the boat ramp. I'm like, oh my! He said, I know other anglers hit this area, but he figured something out in there. I don't know if you got to see any of it.
I watched a little bit of it, Steve, and I mean, he picked. I mean, he was basically sight fishing with his live scope, with his with all of his stuff. I mean, it was. Yeah.
He's in perspective mode.
Perspective mode most of the time. Live scoping some too.
Yeah.
Fish that were on the bed that were not up in the magnet, nobody could see, but he has got that dialed down to a science. Like,
yeah.
He is on as far as bed fishing with your scope, with all your electronics. He is on another level than anybody else in this world with his electronics for bed fishing.
Yeah, I would agree. He is definitely, and when you hear him talk, you can tell this guy's pretty sharp cookie. I mean, he knows what he's doing. And to win the event, margin of victory was over 44 pounds. And it was all said and done. I'm just like, that is, do you think, Kev, we're going to see more of that kind of?
Not like that, Steve. I don't know if we'll ever.
Is that just a one-time deal?
I mean that. Yes, it's got to be. I've never seen anything even close to that. David Hyde's a lot older than I am, done it a lot longer than I have. He's never seen anything like that. That was just, he had it all dialed in. He had the right spot. He had the right technique. He had everything. He had the right spot to himself. I mean, he had everything lined up to a T to make that happen. I don't see us ever seeing that again. I really don't.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. Recognize a few of our awesome sponsors. When we return, we're going to visit with Cory Rambo. You're watching Tackle Talk Live. We'll be right back.
A good marine dealer is hard to find, but a great dealer is even harder. But in Iowa, Louisiana, there's a marine dealer that falls into the great category. Power Implements Marine, South Louisiana's go-to dealer for all things related to the boating industry. A Minn Kota, Garmin, and Mercury dealer, guaranteeing you first-rate service in both sales and repair. A great selection of new and used boats to choose from, including Skeeter, G3, Ranger, Camus, and Go Devil. A knowledgeable staff that will treat you like family and are always willing to go the extra mile to ensure you walk out a happy customer. To see everything they have to offer, go to powerimplements.com or stop by 606 East Miller Street in Iowa, Louisiana. Plus, mention Tackle Talk Live and save $500 off a new or pre-owned boat or $50 off your first service ticket. Toledo Health is a full-service primary and acute care clinic. Nurse practitioners Jarrett Rule and Melissa Vines bring quality health care that's needed and convenient to the area. Nothing is worse than being sick on your family or fishing getaway. Whether it's a stomach virus or a hook in the hand, Toledo Healthcare will try and meet all your health care needs. Appointments available and walk-ins are always welcome. So the next time you're feeling down at Toledo Bend, stop by Toledo Healthcare, located on Highway 6 just south of Toledo Town, or call 318-508-5323. Very few stores are a complete one-stop shop, but Cypress Knee Outdoors is such a place. A store within a store. Cypress Knee is located inside 3J's four-way. Whether you need gas, food, drinks, or bait and tackle, they have it. Cypress Knee Outdoors carries top-name fishing brands like Strike King, Sandtone, Spro, and V&M. Crappie jigs from Bobby Garland. Need hunting gear? They have it. Ammunition from rifle to shotgun shells. Deer scents from Buck Wild and Doe and Heat. Deer stands from Titan and feeders from T-Hanger. Cypress Knee has it all. Located off I-49, exit 127, just south of Natchitoches, Louisiana. So stop by Cypress Knee Outdoors and let John Abram and his staff show you everything they have to offer. Or give them a call at 318-238-HUNT.
You're watching Tackle Talk Live, a show dedicated to making you a better angler. Now back to the guys with all the inside scoop, Kevin Jean and Steve Graff.
This is Tackle Talk Live. We appreciate you tuning us in today. This segment is presented by Keith's Toledo Bend Tackle, the Lakes Insurance of Nacogdoches, Toledo Health Clinic, Cypress Knee Outdoors, right there located just off I-49 south of Natchitoches. Toledo Bend Bass Series, Shimano, and Power Implements Marine, located right there in Iowa, Louisiana. Kevin, if you say, hey, I'm watching y'all on Tackle Talk Live, what happens?
$500 off the purchase of any new or used boat, Steve, or you'll get $50 off your service ticket. Just let them know the guys at Tackle Talk Live sent you by. I'm going by there today, Steve. I got to go by there and pick up some stuff from Will and going to check some of the new boats he's got in. Not for myself, but I got some guys asking for it. So I'm going to go right by there today. Guys, they've got a full yard stock full of some boats, new and used. You need to go by and talk to them.
Well, hey, Kevin, when you go by, make sure you mention Tackle Talk Live. Maybe
I'm not buying anything.
Maybe they'll give you a discount.
Yeah.
All right, on the Tackle Talk hotline, we've got the man from down there, Rayburn Hammer, Cory Rambo. And Cory, man, congratulations to you and Rusty Clark. Y'all did a great job this past weekend over there with the which one was that?
Outlaw
the guy
series.
Exactly, Outlaw Outdoor Series number 3. And man, I guess to start with practice, was practice even relevant for y'all, or this time of year, is practice even relevant at all?
Practice was really pretty tough for us. We went out. We've been catching them on Carolina rig, and like everybody knows, we throw a Carolina rig a lot. And there's been kind of a shad spawn deal going, and we seen shad Friday during practice. Now, practice day is kind of weird for us because we don't throw a hook on our Carolina rig on practice day. So we take a screw lock spring and screw our bait on there, and we just basically go out and get bites. Well, we had plenty of bites Friday, but you don't know how big they are, right? So you don't really know what you're going to catch. We had no idea we was going to catch 30 pounds. So we started on a spot down south, and they were biting it funny. We wasn't hooking up, and so we fished there for 30, 40 minutes, went to the next spot where I had caught some big ones in that Valero tournament. Well, we fished there 30, 40 minutes. So 9 o'clock, we don't have a fish in the live well. Man, and so we're second guessing what we're doing. So we pulled up on another spot. It was at 9 o'clock. Sure enough, throw out there, and we're sitting in a little bit deeper water. We're fishing deeper than most people right now, I would think. And they're biting it, and we're not catching them. you feel it like one little bump, and you get ready to set the hook, and then they're never there. So
Yep.
2 years ago, same scenario when we won the Texas Team Trail around this time of the year, same thing was happening. And it kind of popped in my mind to get my crankbait out. I pulled my crankbait out. My first cast with a crankbait, I caught the 10-pounder.
Mm-hmm.
We got it. That's the first fish in our live well. So get it out, get it in the live well. I'm on spot lock. I make the exact same cast and catch 5-pounder.
Nice.
So we fished it. Yeah, so we got a 10 and a 5 in the live well. We're pretty excited about that. We can't catch nothing else. So we fished there for probably 30 more minutes, and left there, went to another spot.
So you left there having 2 for 15. So
yes,
right? Yeah.
All right. So it's probably 10:30 when we get to the next spot. And actually, I stopped before we got to the spot we wanted to go. And I said, man, there's a good river to swing right here. It's a spot we don't ever fish. I said, let me run this crankbait through there. If they're going to eat a crankbait, maybe there'll be one right here. And I caught a 3-pounder there. So now we're like, all right, it's going to happen. And for us, during practice, the bite got a little better as the day went on. Once the sun got up, it seemed like, I don't know if it pushed them out to us. What exactly is going on? Every day's different. Everybody knows that. So when we fished that spot and I had another 3-pounder, we pulled up to the next spot, and Rusty ends up catching, I think it was a 607 or something like that on our scale. And he caught it on the Carolina rig. So now we're starting to feel a little bit better about the Carolina rig deal too. So we just kept running spots. We probably fished 30 different spots that day, and we just kind of kept pecking at them. And I ended up catching a 4.5-pounder on the crankbait, and then it just kept happening. Last stop, one of the last stops of the day, I caught another 480 that got rid of some 3.5-pounders. So it just is one of those days that we caught every one. We didn't miss none, didn't have none come off. It was just our day. Everybody knows how that goes.
Cory, I know you guys fish a little shallower than most people would think with your Carolina rigs, and even cranking for cranking. And I'm assuming it's some kind of hard spot or hump or something out there, especially be post spawn fish. How deep are you cranking?
Man, every single place is different. And some of them I'd be sitting in 25 foot, throwing to 10 foot. Some of them, I'd be sitting in 15 foot, throwing to 5 foot. It's just, and basically it's just years of doing it, just knowing the exact cast, we don't throw we don't use forward-facing sonar. We never have, and that's just hasn't ever been our style. But you throw a Carolina rig around enough, and exact spot where they get.
Yeah.
Cory, do you have a favorite bait that you like to throw on a Carolina rig? A creature bait, lizard? We all know lizard's pretty standard. Some people throw a big worm. Is there any certain bait that you seem to have more success than any other?
So over the years, we've thrown a lot of different fluke baits, style baits. The flush that 6 Cents makes, to me, it's got a little bit bigger profile, and the bigger fish tend to bite it just because, in my mind, I guess. But we did all our damage on as far as the Carolina rig bait on the hog walla, and to me, it is a lizard type bait that represents like a brush hog too, with the long tentacles on it. and it's got a lot of action. And for whatever reason, right now our bites are being whenever that sucker is sitting still, and a lot of times I guess it's just it has a lot of action with the current or whatever's going on in the bottom, and when they want something subtle, that the hog wallet really tends to work. And I'll be perfectly honest, there's only one crankbait that I keep in my boat, and I probably got 30 of them in it. And it's the old school 300 DD that 6 Cents originally come out with. It's the only crankbait I keep in my boat. I do have some of the 400s in there, but I haven't really thrown it as much as I do. It's just a confidence deal.
Right.
Yeah. And that's a good all around crankbait for depth ranges. And that's a good series to throw.
Cory, let's switch gears here. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I throw 14-pound test line on my crankbait. I know a lot of people like to throw lighter line, but for me, it's getting a big fish to the boat without having to break off and I don't. It'll still run 12 foot deep with 14-pound test gamma. That gamma's the only line I throw. So.
Yeah.
Or
let's switch gears here and talk a little bit about the Big Bass Splash coming up. You said you're fishing it with your boss. For guys that are coming in, this might be the only time they fish Rayburn this year. For a lot of them, it will be the only time they fish Rayburn this year. Advice for guys that they're coming in from out of town on what to look for, how you think they can go catch them a check fish.
So we still got 2 weeks. So a lot can happen in that 2 weeks. So a lot of it's going to depend on what the water does.
Right.
Is the water come up? Does the water fall? That would be the first thing that I would look at of what's going to go on. In my mind, if the water's falling, I feel like the fish will be pulling out. If the water starts an inch or two can make a difference. If the water keeps coming up an inch or two, man, it would hard not to be in the bushes and the hay grass, because your brim are fixing to start spawning, brim beds. Yeah, I mean there's a lot of variables there of what I would look for going into that tournament, as what the water's going to do.
Yeah.
No, agreed. And we do. It's not this weekend, but the next weekend. So we got right at a little under 2 weeks before that event. Shad spawn will be happening as well. Did you guys see any shad spawn, or I think you said y'all tried starting on some of that?
We did see some shad spawning, and it is in full effect right now. A lot of guys are catching them right now on swim jigs and chatterbaits and shallow running crankbaits around that hay grass, and them shad are, definitely spawning in that hay grass. And that would probably be one of the easiest ways for somebody coming from Georgia to tie on a swim jig and throw it in the hay grass and catch them a money fish in that McDonald's tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good deal. Well, Cory, we appreciate you coming on. We have you on every year. Y'all win one every year that we got to talk to you about. So thanks for coming on and kind of breaking it all down for us.
Well, we appreciate y'all, and y'all keep up the good work.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. Cory Rambo, part of him and Rusty Clark over there at Sam Rayburn this past weekend. Kevin, I mean, they're pretty consistent, especially this time of year. They're a team, and they back their boat in the water. They're one of the teams you got to watch for.
Oh yeah, there's no doubt. Probably the most, for the last 20 years, consistent team.
Yeah.
They do it every year. They're gonna catch them every year. You gotta be ready. And Steve, it is the same story. You could probably listen to his interview for the past 5 years. We've had him on every year.
Yeah.
The past 5 years, and I don't think it's ever changed. It is a Carolina rig, and it's a crank.
Yeah,
that
exactly.
Is it.
He's not doing a lot of experimenting.
And it works. I mean, they've got the spots nailed down. It's hard spots or grass or holes in the grass from 5 feet to 20 feet. It never changes, and they've got it dialed in. They know what works. They know what the big one wants, and had it dialed in for 20 plus years. So hats off to those guys.
All right, we're going to take one more break. We're going to come back and wrap this thing up. We got tournament results. We've got lake level reports and upcoming events taking place this over the next 2 or 3 weeks. Let's take one more break to recognize again our awesome sponsors. We appreciate each and every one of y'all. You're watching Tackle Talk Live. We'll be right back.
The Lakes Insurance Agency is an independent insurance agency taking care of Texans' insurance needs for over 25 years, offering auto, homeowners, boat, RV, life, health, and commercial insurance. Owner Clark Moore is a local fishing guide and tournament angler who understands your insurance needs and wants to be your go-to guy for all your insurance needs. For a free quote, give him a call and see why so many Texans trust the Lake Insurance Agency. 2 locations to serve you in both Nacogdoches and Bravos, Texas. Or give him a call at 936-205-4467. The next time you're headed for Toledo Bend or Sam Rayburn, stop by Keith's Toledo Bend Tackle. They have an awesome supply of everything you'll need to catch the big ones. Whether your trip calls for bass fishing, white perch tackle, catfish bait, or the ultimate fighting shiners, Keith's Tackle has you covered. Keith and former Elite Series pro Ben Matsubu also have the latest information on what, how, and where you need to be fishing on Sam Rayburn or the Bend. So for all your tackle needs, check out Keith's Toledo Bend Tackle, located just off Highway 21 on the Texas side of Toledo Bend, or call 409-625-0181. You're watching Tackle Talk Live, a show dedicated to making you a better angler. Now back to the guys with all the inside scoop, Kevin Jean and Steve Graff.
Welcome back to Tackle Talk Live, our final segment today, and this segment is presented by Keith's Toledo Bend Tackle, the Lakes Insurance of Nacogdoches, Toledo Health Clinic, Cypress Outdoors, Shimano, and Power Implements Marine, located right there in Iowa, Louisiana, as well as Toledo Bend Bass Series.
Yeah, Steve, Toledo Bend Bass Series. Guys, you need to make sure you check it out. Check out the website right here, ToledoBendBassSeries.com. You can get registered for all the events. Upcoming event, tournament number 5 is this coming weekend on April 19th, north of the bridge. Remember, this is a north versus south tournament. All tournaments are held on Toledo Bend. They're either going to be north of Pendleton Bridge or it's going to be south of Pendleton Bridge. The championship, 1 day north, 1 day south, no live scope, no guides, 100% trailing with a $180 entry fee. Again, guys, go check it out, ToledoBendBassSeries.com.
All right. Also, let's see here, Kevin. I'll do Fishers of Men first, get that out of the way, and then you can take Outlaw Outdoors number 3. You can give those results. Fishers of Men, Texas East. They went out of Pendleton Harbor. And by the way, if you hadn't been to Pendleton Marina on the Texas side, right there by the bridge, outstanding boat ramp. They did a great job of laying that place out. And Toledo Bend needed another ramp. And they put that in a great spot, right in the middle of the lake. Just a great location. So congratulations. Those guys did a great job. But this is where Fishers of Men went out. Caden Muke and Case Sutherland won this event with 5 fish for 20.87. Billy Parker, Zane Parker. Had Zane on last week. They finished second. They had 1998. They had a 767 kicker. Randy Despino, Kevin Lazion, no strangers to cashing a check on Toledo Bend. They had 5 fish for third place for 19.58. Greg Baggett and Scott Smiley, they were fourth with 1947. Andre Martin, TJ Goodwin, they were fifth with 1704. Riley Harris, Zachary Freeze, they were sixth with 1702. Kobe Hand, Lane Smith was seventh with 1636. Robert Moore and Billy Gatwood, they were eighth with 1626. They had a 656 kicker. Ninth was Robert Neal Jr., John Smith. They looked like they had 16 pounds even and ran up the top 10. Jamie Cooley and Michael Lawless. They finished the 10th, 5 fish for 15.71. Good job. Good job, guys.
So for the Outlaw Team Series number 3 on Sam Rayburn, again, Cory Rambo, Rusty Clark had 30.22 with a 10.01 big fish. Second place, Cameron Mallet and Ralph Cooper. They had 29.82 with a 9.42 big fish. Third place, Sean Mercer, Lane Mercer have 22.92. Fourth place, Keelan Manuel and Ethan Smith had 21.46. Fifth place, Justin Hawkins and Garrett Hilton had 21.23. Going down, Steve, they had 7 bags over 20 pounds, and it took 17th place, 16.88 to get a check. They had a little over 100 boats in that one, I know.
Yeah. And a pretty good turnout for that. And some pretty good hammers. The Russell Cecil, Todd Castledine. There's some guys in here that know what they're doing. And but the weights, as we can see, Kevin, they're slowly starting to drop off a little bit. And especially from that 14 to 17 pound range, a lot of guys in that category, which is getting to be fairly normal this time of year.
Right.
So, all right, upcoming events. Let's see what we got here. This weekend, ABA Solo 150, which is a Friday, Saturday circuit. April 18th and 19th out of Castle Boykin will be now the new Castle Boykin boat ramp. And I think, what was it? RTT? What was it?
RTT, yeah.
RTT is going to be at an old Castle Boykin boat ramp this weekend on Saturday. April 19th, Toledo Bend Bass Series North, as Kevin's already talked about. ABA Team Series out of East Texas, Lake of the Pines, will be over there. I think that's out of State Park, if I remember right. And April 25th, 26th, 27th, of course, coming up, Bob Seeley Big Bass Splash Series. And once again, another great event.
Biggest tournament of the year.
Biggest tournament of the year, exactly right. So you people may be getting out, going over there to fish. Maybe listen to what Cory said, because Cory Rambo gave some good insight as to what you maybe need to be doing right now. So, and Bass Champs moves to Lake Belton, April 26th. 27th is the Elite Outdoors Individual, which means no forward-facing sonar, April 27th on Lake of the Pines. Kevin, what's coming up for May?
May 3rd. We can just talk about the first weekend of May, Steve, because it is full. May 2nd and 3rd is the Elite 8 event out of Toledo Bend. It's the new top 6 style event, except there's 8 guys. Toledo Bend Bass Club, Louisiana Bass Club's right there at Toledo Bend. Elite 8 guys, go check that out. Check out their you can check out their Facebook page or the website, Bass Clubs, and get entered for that. Again, that's May 2nd and 3rd. I'm actually fishing that one, Steve. Going to go up and fish with some of my Natchitoches boys there.
All right.
May 3rd, the Trey Burford Memorial, Toledo Bend, going out of San Miguel. Again, May 3rd, Bass Champs will be on Ray Roberts. Texas Team Trail will be on Belton Lake. ABA Louisiana Pro League goes out of Caddo Lake. Jimmy Granger Team Trail will be on Black Lake. And again, May 3rd, Fishermen Texas East will be on Sam Rayburn. Yeah. May 3rd is a busy weekend.
Yeah, exactly. If you live for a tournament to fish, you have no problem finding somewhere to fish, because there's tournaments everywhere. All right, lake levels real quick. Toledo Bend is at 171.1. It's dropped 10.8 inches, or 10.8 inches below pool right now, a little less than a foot. It's had a 10-day gain of 2.76. In 24 hours, it's lost 0.72. So they're probably pulling on it a little bit. Sam Rayburn's at 165.54. It's up 1.14 feet. I was over there the other day. You can definitely tell it's up. It was almost flush with the lower branches on the cypress trees. Not quite there, but close. It's had a 10-day gain of 5.52 inches. 24-hour loss, also of 0.72. They're pulling on it real slow. And I think, Kevin, they're pulling 24 hours. I think they got one gate open, and they're just letting it run. They're probably trying to get it down, keep it down, anticipating maybe more heavy rain next week. Lake of the Pines is a different animal. 235.03. It is 5.03 feet above pool. 10-day gain of 6.21 feet. 24-hour gain of 0.96. So they're not pulling. They're letting it fill up. They're holding water back, I'm sure, off Caddo Lake. Lake Fork is at 402.79. It's actually 2.52 inches below pool. And he had a 10-day loss of 1.32 inches, 24-hour loss of 0.6. So they're slowly pulling on that one as well. Kevin, got any Shimano stuff this week?
Well, we're actually going to skip gears here and go to the gear. I mean, to the Gill product of the week. Gill has this new, and I've got some samples back here, but it'd be hard to see on my screen. They have a new lightweight rain gear summer edition, basically is what I call it. It's the Voyager jacket, Voyager pants. They're regular pants. They're not bib style. They're just regular slip-on pants with a real lightweight jacket, Steve. I think the jacket's $150. The pants are $100. So for $250, you can get a very nice, very lightweight summer rain gear set just for that summer, pop-up shower that comes in, or, there's some dew on the boat early in the morning. You throw some pants on, throw a light jacket on. Perfect setup for that from Gill, who, in my opinion, which of course has the best stuff on the market, but some great summer gear that they've been needing. So
yeah,
check that out. That's the Voyager set, the Voyager pant, Voyager jacket. You can check it out at gillfishing.com or ask your local retailer about it. So,
and if you're wondering, this time from right now on,
yeah,
man, I tell you what, the heavy duty rain gear, you can sweat up a storm. I mean, it can be brutal. So you need that good lightweight apparel that breathes good, but yeah, it keeps you dry. And so that's a good option right there. And okay, Kevin, that's all I got. You got anything else?
Good. I'm good for the week.
All right. Hey, we appreciate y'all tuning us in. Check us out on our YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, however way you listen to a podcast. If you'd like to become a member of our sponsorship team, please message us on our Facebook page, and Kevin will make sure he sends you a detail packet. For Kevin Jean, yours truly, Steve Graff, we appreciate you watching. We'll see you next week with more Tackle Talk Live.